Alright, sorry about that. I was kind of away from the computer for a second. So, I was watching some videos and... Oh, hi, Sai. I didn't know you were down there. Sorry, kitty. I kind of kicked the cat with my foot. I didn't know. My foot's cold, Cyrus. Can I use your belly to warm my toes? This cat's falling asleep under my desk. I didn't... So, I did some... I watched some more videos, and I actually found this video where this guy talks about the top... It's called the top 5 best, strongest classes in Lost Ark. But what's interesting is when he was talking about like what classes are strongest for PvP, what classes are strongest for PvE, and what really surprised me was when he picked his overall strongest class for that could kind of do both really well. It really surprised me, because I figured it was going to be like, you know, Destroyer or some shit. But anyways, if you look at this list he put together, it talks about burst damage, sustained damage, tankiness, mobility, synergy, impairment, and difficulty. Of course, burst damage obviously is pretty straightforward. Sustained damage is how much damage, consistent damage are you doing over time, and tankiness, how much damage can you take. Mobility, how fast you move around, and synergy is how well does your character help your party, basically. How what kind of benefits can you offer your party? Now this is situational, so this is not the best column here, because for example, a Soul Fist, I believe, increases the back attack of other characters in the group. So even though it says impairment low, if you had a group that was comprised completely of like Soul Fists and Scrappers and stuff, and characters that were back attackers, the Soul Fist's synergy, in my opinion, would not be low. It would probably be high. So, take this impairment column with a grain of salt. And then, of course, difficulty, which is subjective. But, in general, is this class difficult to play? And so you can see the Deathblade's down here at high, but your friend told you it's all right. I think it's an isometric game, Mason. So, and I hate isometric games. It's very difficult for me to play an isometric, and it's click to move, which I also really, really hate. But even though it's click to move, the character will attack where your mouse is. So if you put your mouse over an enemy and hit your attacks, you're going to attack at that direction. So even though it's click to move, it's not necessarily click to attack, because you can just hit your skill abilities and your character's going to attack wherever your cursor is, where your cursor sits on the screen. So it's a little, and sometimes it's a little awkward, especially if you have a character. It's awkward and it's good and bad at the same time. Like, excuse me, if you have a multi-attack ability where you have to tap the key 3 times, you can attack, one mob and then move your mouse to a different mob, hit the key again, and attack that mob. So you can quickly switch targets, which is interesting. So the game is, I think, to really understand if you like the game, you really have to play it. But after watching this video and looking at the classes, the burst damage, what was interesting is the class that's at the very bottom of this list, the Deathblade, is what he picks as the best overall PvP PvE class, meaning if you want to do both of those things and do them both at a pretty high level, he picked the Deathblade. And I wasn't really looking at playing the Deathblade that much, but and I'd never really played the Deathblade. I mean, I'd gone through the tester and just test out their abilities. But so, what is this? Oh, these are character slot extensions. So anyway, so I created a Deathblade. I've got, as you can see, I leveled up a Bard to level 21, and she looks really cool. And she was pretty fun. The Bard's pretty fun. And then I have a Gunslinger that I leveled to 24. And she was pretty cool. The Gunslinger's pretty cool. But I wanted to try a melee class. So here we go with the Deathbringer. Now I'm going to go ahead and let the cinematic play, because I'm not sure if I've seen the Deathbringer. I think some of the animations might cross across, like all the assassin animations I think are the same, and all the warrior animations are probably the same, you know what I mean? They didn't do like a cutscene for each individual variation.
Listen up. We are the Delanes.
Delanes
the
are
ones born of chaos.
But Delane is half demon, half human.
We are the Avesta, protectors of Phaeton, our home. We walk the line between control and oblivion. We get the missions the others can't handle. We handle the traitors.
It's eat or be eaten in this cruel world. Listen to the voice. The voice is calling me.
Your last mission was a success. You face down the darkness living within you. But you never backed down. You overcame your inner darkness and protected your true self. Which means it's time for a new mission. Avesta, head toward the light. And find the strength to protect a world that hates you.
Okay. Interesting. Alright, so. Here we go. Will the Deathblade be a class that I would like to play long term? We'll find out.
The forces of chaos are on the move again. The ARKs once saved the world from the demons. We need them again. Try opening the tome
Sorry,
of
Cyrus.
prophecy.
The cat moved. Sorry, Cyrus.
It will show you the path.
I think he got mad when I foot hit
your
him.
destiny.
Sorry, kitty. Deathblade. Okay, and here's my character. Alright, let's see. There's what she looks like. It's kind of hard to see. I did put 2 upside down crosses on her face, so all you religious people don't get mad at me. I was trying to give her a little bit more of a demonic look. Alright. Let's check out her abilities. She's got Q key, dash forward, right? Simple. W key, upper slash, silver swift slash with dual blaze, like damage. Creates a deadly tornado that inflicts damage. So this is like not launches foes in the air. So pretty cool. And then E key, quickly slash forward and create a gust of blades that last, inflicting damage and pulls foes close. Pushes foes are launched back in the air. So okay, so we basically this is going to be a combination then. Okay, so that's definitely those keybinds are good because they're set up correctly. And slash upward to inflict. This is Polestar. Launch foes in the air, then attack them in the air for. Okay, so this is interesting. Let's try this out. It looks like these keys are set up. Sometimes when I create a class in Lost Ark, the keys don't really, the order in which they are, like left to right, don't really make sense, but these actually do. So you can see how that combination made a lot of sense. We got a couple of I can see what they mean. Oh my god, arrow stuck. I can see what they mean by saying it's kind of beginner friendly because it's pretty simple. These rotations are quite simple. Okay, I think we're good. This class, like these rotations and stuff are incredibly simple. Like there's nothing complicated about them.
Deathblade. I choose Deathblade.
I just had to use the demon voice. A little flashy. There she is. Here, let's Let's get a look at this girl. Alright, so here's the deal. They give her this weird, like, thing on her forehead, but, you know, whatever. Whatever.
May Regulus bless the path you've chosen.
Alright, I'm gonna go wash my
You will now
face.
take your first
It's a
step
greasy.
in the quest
I just
for
got
the
out of
Ark.
bed and I didn't take a shower. I just got out and said,
The
let's play.
future of Arcasia
So-
is in your hands.
Anyways, I'll be right back.
The light of the world must not fall to chaos.
A pillar of light. We better get moving.
Huh? Go? Where?
To meet old friends. After 500 years of waiting. The stars of destiny call to us.
Stars of the what? With the what now? Come back, you crazy old man!
Look alive, scrubs. We're here. Next stop, Trua. The Forgotten Land.
These cats are so spoiled. My cat's so spoiled. I have this big Dungeons and Dragons throw that I bought just last week. I got a big black cat laying on a big red dragon head on the back behind me here. I should set up my webcam one of these days. I've got a pretty decent webcam. I also have a really nice Yeti microphone, which I don't use, which eventually I'm going to have to start using because wearing this headset all the time is starting to make my neck hurt. Alright, we're going to skip the prologue. We don't care about the prologue. Once you've done the prologue, you can't get any of the loot from it. Alright. And there's something here. What is this? Is this a daily login reward or something? And let's go to... We also got a mail. Login reward, accept all. What else? Current image, currency is so my currency is across my whole account, it looks like. And let's see. I've never really looked at some of this stuff. Crystalline aura is in effect. Okay. Benefit applied. Okay. So we have this some benefits going on right here for crafting. I don't even know how to craft in this game yet. Alright. Character looks good. I'm pretty happy with the way the way I made her.
A famous priest is arriving today.
The way I made her look.
I've heard of him too. He has
Looks
quite a
cool. Very cool looking Deathblade.
They say he can heal any illness.
They say he travels
Oh.
around, healing people.
The other thing I want to do is if you go into settings, let's see. This character will stop running. Here, hold on a second. Once you do auto run, she just keeps going until you hit the auto run button again, which is kind of annoying. But let's go. What is this? Is there like a translucency? I guess that's kind of cool. The UI in this game is actually quite good right out of the box, but I do want to scale it. You can scale it a little bit. There's an option here somewhere. Let's see, where is it? Here it is, HUD Adjustment. So this is normal, and you can see that's just massive. I mean, look how much room. What are the classes? Oh, here. I will show you. Okay, the classes in the game are right here. You've got the Berserker, which wields a big two-handed sword, Mason. And you can see his burst damage, sustain, tankiness, mobility. Here's like kind of there. Here, let me. And you got the Paladin class, which is a support class, which is their supports are kind of like heals and buffs that they do around to characters that are kind of around them when they cast them. And they do moderate damage. As you can see, her damage, sustained damage is medium. So, and you've got the Gun Lancer, which is just, you know, DPS long range, destroyer DPS. I think it's a two-hand axe, I believe. And man, look at the burst damage, sustained damage taken is all high. The Striker, the War Dancer, the Scrapper, the Soulfist, and I don't. The Glavier is not out yet. This isn't out yet in the North American release. It will be out eventually. Same thing with, I believe, the Machinist and the. There's a few others. This isn't the best video for that. Let me show you really quickly. Okay, so the Reaper is not going to be out right now. Isn't currently out. The Scouter, the Arcana, the Summoner, the Lancemaster, and the Destroyer. All of those classes are not out in this current release. They will be released eventually. These are the classes that you have right now. You've got the Gunlance, the War Dance, the Berserker, the Gunslinger, and these. And anyways, then if you go back to, here's the kind of just like an overall matrix. But this is like a tier list, and it's a pretty good tier list. As you can see, the balance in the game is really good. Like, there's not a lot of really balancing issues. There aren't any classes in the game that really suck. I'd say the Soulfist, it doesn't suck, but it's just like, it has this massive ultimate that when it lands does more damage than any other class's ability in the game. But when you're building up your energy to do like some of your abilities with the Soulfist, your kind of damage is a little bit weak. I don't know much about the Deadeye. I haven't watched anything on the Deadeye, to be honest. But if you want to get a good overview of these classes, I highly recommend this video. I'll put it in the Discord or in the stream. Sorry, it's really worth looking into. Gives you a quick overview of each class. You can click to whichever section you want to jump to. Well, I'm currently looking at playing the Deathblade. So if you want to.
Between A, B, and even S tier with this one, and this simply comes down to the really big hitboxes.
Okay.
Next with Blade, I've been umming and ahhing between A, B, and E.
It's also nice that in this video he's putting the class names in parentheses. Those are the Korean names. In Korea, the Sharpshooter was called Hawkeye. In Korea, the initial release of the game, the Deathblade was called Blade. So since a lot of people have played private servers and played, you know, other regions through VPN and stuff like that, they may be more familiar with those names. So he's put those in here as well, which is kind of nice.
Even S tier with this one, and this simply comes down to the team synergy that it brings is actually really situational. It's just been buffed, which is really nice, and it basically means that head and back attacks take 12% extra damage, and everything else takes 3% extra damage. The problem is if you have like a blaster or a gunslinger on your team that don't particularly take advantage of the head and back attacks, then the huge...
Anyways, it's a really good video, but yeah, those are the classes. We go to the very end. These are all the classes in the game, but these are the classes that are available right now. So, yeah, but the Berserker, two-hand weapon, Gunslinger, you know, obviously guns. War Dancer's a melee with their fist. Deathblade is swords. Shadowhunter is kind of like claws. Scrapper is fists. Striker, I believe, is fists. Sharpshooter is like gun. Sorceress is like a wizard. Archelaus is like, I think, a gun. And Deadeye, gun. Soulfist, fists. And... you know, I guess I think I covered them all, right? And Paladin, of course, is a sword and shield. Or wait, do they have a shield? Actually, I think it's just a two-handed sword. Maybe they have a shield. I can't remember. And then the Bard, of course, has her loot. And, of course, these are support classes. And so everybody's going to want a support class. Anyways, you can see the UI by default is just massive. I mean, look at this mini-map size. It's huge. So if we put it to 90%, it goes down to here, which I think is still too big. We knock it down. So let's knock it down to 80%, because obviously... even this is, in my opinion, too big. Although the chat window is a little bit on the small side. I don't know if we can font size with Bessie. Macro text, chat. I'm not sure what set the channel to enter chat using the SDT function. It's fine. I don't know if we can scale this at all. It looks like we really can't, which kind of sucks. So if you do change the UI, unfortunately the chat window gets really kind of a little bit small, which is not really preferable, but I think it's better to have a small chat window than to have these other huge UI elements. Make sure you bind your...
He's coming here to search for something.
Make sure you bind your auto path to a good key because you're going to be using it a lot. You're going to be auto-walking a lot. So if you were like me and had auto-walk on a key like tilde, which is not the easiest key to hit, it's easy to misclick that for me. I changed it to the C key, so I actually use C to auto, and you can see it says auto move activated. And once you have auto move on, then you just kind of click on the screen to go somewhere, right? And you're just going to keep running.
Where is he?
And to stop it, you do have to hit the key again to stop auto move. Otherwise, your character's just going to keep going. Like she's just going to run into something and just keep running. So I have to C again to make her stop.
Is that really him?
He looks far too young.
Does he really have healing?
And I've done all this stuff, so I'm going to skip some of these things.
Thank you for saving me. Are you headed to Brideholm?
Mm-hmm. Okay, and again, you can skip a lot of the cutscenes, and there's a lot of cutscenes in this game. It just depends on whether or not you wanna skip them. You know, when you first play through, you probably don't want to. You want to watch the story.
Thank you. Oh no, they followed me all the way here. Watch out! Here comes more!
So you can see the Deathblade is very easy to use. This is the first time I played the class. Very easy to use and does a ton of damage. Very, very splashy. Very, very fancy. Hit the tab key to bring up the minimap.
My goodness.
And G key is interact,
You're
which
not
sucks,
hurt?
but you cannot change the keybind. You can't change the G key keybind for interact, so unfortunately, you're gonna have to get used to hitting the G key a lot.
Proud.
I heard he's healing
Can
folks.
they really cure them?
All the other priests just gave up.
Feel the warmth of the light. And be healed.
Yeah.
The pain is gone. Thank you so much.
That's incredible. He has so much
By the gods, Anna's wounds have healed.
Oh, it's you again. You're here. Father Varut, this adventurer saved my life.
Oh,
That's
so that
right.
was you.
I
sense
saved
goodness
his
in
life.
him.
He senses goodness in me, but
Also seeks the Ark.
he says he senses goodness in me,
Is that so?
but I have upside down
Much to
crosses on my
discuss.
face, so maybe not so much goodness in me. Yeah, hey, what's up, Saj? Yeah, I was gonna play the Warbringer today, Saj.
This tablet contains all we know. the
I'm still-
Ark passed down for
I'm still going through
generations.
playtesting different classes, Saj. I'm trying to see which one's my favorite.
As you can see, part of it is missing.
Such a large portion. I wonder what happened to it.
The tablet.
Okay, we're gonna skip the cutscene. They get pretty lengthy.
No one really knows how the portion of the stone tablet disappeared.
I was gonna play the Warbringer today, and the Warbringer is a good class. But while I was watching this video, you did Holy Knight and Gunlance, and I was watching this video, and they were talking about what are the best classes for PvP and PvE. And what really surprised me was they said if you want to take a class,
It's almost time for the service.
almost time for what? Oh. The world map now available. Guild license obtained. Open memory tomb. I don't really know what memory tomb is. Let's see. Memory tomb. What is this? You can relive the past in memory chamber. Cancels matter. That's weird. I'm not really sure what memory chamber is. That's kind of odd. There's a card collection catalog. You go through and like the menus and do different things. You actually get rewards. There's different achievements that give you rewards. And so here's my inventory. I've got some sort of a battle chest. Let's open one of these up. Oh, I have to pick one. You can select and obtain one item of the following. This is weird. Panacea. What game has Panacea? Is it? Terra. Terra had a Panacea. And Terra was 100 chance to remove all harmful status. And grants element. Let's do the Panacea. That sounds like a good item. But yeah, thanks, Saj. Yeah, I like the game. I mean, like I said, I don't like the isometric stuff, but I think the game's a good game. And I'm trying different classes, and I think when I watched the video today, the guy said if you're thinking about trying to pick a class that's good for PvP and PvE, he said his recommendation was that the Deathblade was the best class because it's very solid in PvE and it's very solid in PvP. And there aren't too many classes that are good in both. I mean, they're like okay in one or great in one and okay in the other. But there's very few classes that are just like really good in both. And the Deathblade, we hope anyway, at least from this particular person's opinion, is one of those classes. And you will see a lot of Deathblades in the game. So there's quite a few people play the class, probably because it's good, Please select a reward. Oh, we got to pick. Oh, we got to go with the Black Horse, right? I haven't played the Gunlance yet, but the Gunslinger is good for both. The Gunslinger is actually also another one of those classes that's supposed to be pretty good for PvP and PvE.
It's almost time for the service.
Ride home is a
Lovely
blessing.
weather we're having today.
Father Armin.
But eventually, I'd like to try all the classes. But I think this is one of those games. This seems to be one of those games where you definitely want to try. You definitely want to try all the classes because they are all pretty unique.
The other half of the stone tablet in the cathedral? I didn't even know it was half a tablet to begin with.
I see a lot of adventurers around.
So, got any news?
Home is a city rich with religious history.
Okay.
The stone tablet in the cathedral? Oh, the slab engraved with something about the ARK, right? Kind of naive to believe a made-up story like that.
Anything exciting going on today?
I do think the War Dancer looks really fun. I played the War Dancer a little bit, just like tested it out, and I thought it felt like it could be really fun. It's just probably not quite as strong as this one for PvP.
Oh, you're an adventurer looking for the ARK. How do you like
weather
Primal
we're having
adventurer?
today.
And the Guild Wars 2 thing of taking a look around.
Let's see if there's a useful...
Good job. Every time you fill out the tome, the association will reward you.
May Regulus watch over this soul. Lord of all gods, please watch over us. Brothers and sisters, let us pray.
Oh, I need more images to write a song.
The piece of tablet? What? Are you seeking the ARK? You're like Rudin. Did you find anything special? You'd think if there was a clue to the ARK there, someone would have found it already.
I wonder what Neria is doing.
Yeah, marketplace is under maintenance. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna skip a lot of this stuff because, unfortunately, leveling up a character is not like really. It doesn't take super long to level one up. Oh my god, this horse is totally in my way. Move your dumb horse.
Hi there. What can I do for you? The tablet about the ARK?
Anything exciting going on today?
May the gods.
Where are you from, adventurer?
Watch out for the grave robbers.
Yeah, but the leveling to max level, I guess, doesn't really take that long. You know, some people say you can do it like 8 hours, but it's kind of boring. So once you've done it once or twice, it's just the same thing over and over again, just like any MMO, really. And so it can be kind of boring. But you want to flag all these little triports because you can instant travel to those from anywhere, and it doesn't cost you anything, and there's no cooldown either. Okay, what do they want me to do? Oh. Shit, I hope I didn't have to turn that back in. Probably did. I probably did. That's just my left click auto attack. That was just my left click auto attack. So even your left click auto attack is kind of flashy on the blade. I'm not going to call this the Deathblade, I'm just going to call it the Blade, which is the Korean name because it's easier to say. So we're just going to call this class the Blade. Blade.
Watch out for the grave robbers.
Where are you from, adventurer?
May the gods bless you.
Yeah, I screwed up. I had to open up my inventory and learn the dance. So.
The stonemasons of Log Hill might be able to help.
The look of the blade reminds me of the sorcerer from Black Desert. Kind of looks like a sorcerer from Black Desert. I don't know what it is about MMOs and stuff that you like are running around in high heels. Very unrealistic. Extremely unrealistic. Yeah, I'm going to be fighting in high heels.
If you're talking about the missing piece of the tablet in the cathedral, I don't know where it is either.
There's another blade.
long ago.
Yeah, we're gonna skip any cutscene because I'm just trying to get this character leveled up quickly. I apologize if you guys want to watch the cutscenes. You'll have to play the game yourself. Yeah, let's not show that weird thing because I don't like it. This is like the third time now, or fourth. Actually, this is like the fourth time now that I've done these quests, so it's like it does start to get a little bit boring. And I think the worst part about the game is just obviously it's the isometric view. Obviously, there's no. It's not an open world. It's these crappy ass little tiny zones. It's kind of like Diablo, really. You go to a zone, clear it out, move to the next zone, clear it out, etc. Rinse and repeat. So very, very bland and very, very linear, very boring. That's the worst part about the game, in my opinion. I mean, this game would be so awesome if it was third person.
Don't let your guard down! The stone tablet of the key? You mean the slab moved out of East Oratory?
Those talks.
Dare set foot in this whole
Find the
place?
tablet! Kill them all!
I don't know what my Z key does. Increases by movement speed, attack speed, attack power.
look for the remnants. Oh, thank you for your help. Please tell Aln what happened.
Don't let your guard down!
Those damn toxic claw robbers ganged up on the guards.
I don't really know. Let's see. I don't know the blade build, so let's take a look. See if we can find a quick. Let's see.
In this Lost Ark Deathblade guide, I'm going to show you what it means to play as a Deathblade in terms of how well they perform in combat, the best skills and tripods to focus on, and the playstyles available to them. If you're searching for a melee DPS class with the ability to deal excellent damage and buff everyone in the party, then this Lost Ark Deathblade guide is for you. Be sure to check out our other Lost Ark class guides, including Shadowhunter, Sorceress, Gunslinger, Paladin, and Gunlancer. Deathblades are one of the advanced classes that fall under the Assassin. They wield dual blades and a longsword, which allow them to deal incredible damage up close at an astonishing pace. However, they're difficult to pilot as a solo player, especially when it comes to higher tiered content, because they have to constantly change positions to maximize their damage output. As a Lost Ark Deathblade, you'll be able to inflict high damage combos thanks to your fast attack and movement speed. These qualities enable you to dart in and out of combat quite effectively when you need to slash enemies for the kill or evade them altogether. Deathblades have to keep moving behind their foes, especially fast-moving ones, in order to deal back attacks. However, what's good about their corresponding skills is they also gain a lot of super armors or immunities, thereby protecting them from crowd control. In terms of buffs, Deathblades can boost the party's movement and both their frontal and back attacks for better damage. Deathblades and Shadowhunters deal commendable DPS and are considered some of the fastest classes in Lost Ark, but there are a few differences that set them apart. For instance, Deathblades are capable of buffing their overall speed, attack power, and mana recovery while boosting the capabilities of their comrades. Comparatively, Shadowhunters can transform into a demon to enhance their burst damage and movement speed, and to make use of their strong demonic skills. But if you're looking to play
well, that's true, Blue. They aren't really... You can't really build too much, but you are going to be putting in your tripods, right? So, like, even up to, like, level 20, you're going to be picking a couple tripods. I'm just looking for, like, those first early skills that I should be putting in my tripod. Which tripod should I be picking is what I'm really looking for. So probably don't really need to watch this whole thing. Let's see if they can... Here, this is all we really need to see, is this right here.
By the time your Lost Ark Deathblade reaches level 60, you'll have unlocked a total of 20 skills comprised of normal and awakening skills. To add to this, you've invested several points into normal skills to specialize further by unlocking their respective tripod.
You can see here he's got vital point hit. This is all I'm really looking for, is what,
The tripod system allows players to customize their skills with a select number of tripods. In this section, I'll cover the essential normal skills and tripods you should allocate points into, regardless of the playstyle you end up.
Looks like he's going into... He's not putting anything into normal or chain, but he's putting quite a bit in these other ones.
Choosing Spin Cutter, a gap closer that allows you to spin towards a group of enemies 2 times. To increase the number of spins and
we have to look to see, because we might not have all these skills. We've got normal, wind cut. These are wind cut. These are the ones we have right now. Like, we do have a spin cutter, which is A, so this is something he thinks, we're going to move.
Therefore, the spin cutter's damage, you should pick
weakness.
The triple spin tripod. The other good upgrades to choose from are Open Weakness and Quick Prep. These improve the damage dealt by everyone in the party for several seconds, and all...
Yeah, this really isn't the guide that I'm going to want. This is kind of like a general guide. You know what I mean? I'm looking for probably more of a PvP-focused guide.
Those toxic claw robbers.
The max roll guide. Are you playing a Deathblade, Blue? Max roll guide. Let's see. What is Max Roll anyway? Max Roll, that's like a website for Lost Ark? Okay. Level 12 spin cutter, 4 points. So they recommend mobility.
Don't let your guard down.
Well, I played, like I said, I played the Bard. I played the Gunslinger. The only reason I wasn't even gonna play Deathblade today, Blue. The only reason I picked up Deathblade was because I was watching a video today where the guy was picking like the top classes for PvP and PvE, and it surprised me when he said like, where's my Discord? I think I closed Discord. It just surprised me that he said that if you're looking for a class that's really solid in both PvP and PvE, he recommended the Deathblade. So, and you know me, I like a class that's going to be good in both, so why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't anybody? But I do think the Gunslinger is also is rated very good in PvP and PvE, so. Certainly moves quick, you know. There is some animation locking, but I'm guessing the dodge will get you out of most of the animation locks. I wonder what kind of super armors we're going to get on each of these skills. We'll have to take a look at that.
I was gathering information about the recent movements of the grave robbers.
Yeah, that video was, the top 5 like best PvP, whatever. This one here. But I was surprised when he got to Deathblade. He was talking about how great, the top 5 best, strongest classes in Lost Ark, overpowered in PvP, PvE, and leveling. Pretty good video. You know, I like that one. I also, I've watched quite a few videos, but I haven't really watched any videos on the game itself, like tips and tricks for Lost Ark. I haven't watched anything that focuses on that. Most of the videos I've watched have just been class, stuff about the classes, not really stuff about, about the game, per se.
Don't let your guard down.
But you see, Blue, I had to put the upside down crosses on here. Because we had to be evil. We just had to be evil. After all, we are a Deathblade. Crap, where am I supposed to go now? Use the locate button to check the quest. Okay, cool. And they do this just so you can teleport, I'm sure. Yeah, these things I didn't know right away was like how to teleport around. I wasn't like teleporting, so one of the reasons I was leveling so slowly initially is because I was just running around, I wasn't using the fast travel at all, so make sure you use the fast travel system.
Brothers and sisters,
Anything exciting going on today?
I heard the guards there got their hands full. Is that why you came to pick up the supplies?
So, wanna browse my wares?
This looks a bit heavy.
Your mom looks a bit heavy. Couldn't resist. Oh yeah? Go to one of the circles to teleport? That horse has got some crazy hair going on. Yeah. I mean, the game definitely has, like... There's definitely stuff in the game to eat. The fact that it's click... man, that's the wrong one. The fact that it's click to move sucks, but... They have added stuff in that kind of lessens the pain. Like the auto-running. The fact that you're attacking towards your mouse cursor actually really helps the combat. Make the combat feel quite a bit better. You know, so like, even like right now, we can hit the tab key and... We're pretty much done, so if we click the circle... Here, sorry, not on the minimap. Now we can go back to here, and you can just alt left click. I don't know if you have to alt, but I've been alt left clicking. I think it told me to alt left click at one point.
These supplies may not be enough. I've just finished studying the grave robbers.
Those toxic claw robbers.
Oh, no, I was not able to break out of that with my dodge there, so... There might be some hard animation locking here that we can't really do anything about, which would kind of suck, but... Like that. Once you're in the air, it doesn't look like it'll let you get out. And this is just straight up left clicking. That's just auto attacking there. Ah.
Hugo, find the tablet at all costs. Fail this, and we're all dead men. Take everyone to Log Hill and search. If you find the tablet, stash it in the hideout.
According to this note, the ones who are looking for the tablet will have a meeting at their hideout.
Wow. So that self buff seems pretty strong.
I wonder if they know what they're doing.
This is where Owen saw the grave robbers.
Yeah, I don't know, Blue. I'm still like on the fence about this game. Like, how good is it really gonna be? You know? Yeah, I mean, I go up and down. This is the most polarizing game I have ever played in my entire life. 1 minute I play for like 10 minutes and I love it. The next 10 minutes I'm playing it, I hate it. I mean, it's literally like unbelievable. Oh, see ya. Good night.
All of this over church crap. Us will have our heads if we don't find this tablet.
Oh, I didn't think I could cut this. Ah! Shit.
Margot finally did it! He found the ruins in Kolsch Forest, where the tablet is hidden.
Yeah, the viewport and the viewport really ruins it.
People to pull out the tablet. You keep an eye out for the guards from the hideout. Once this is done, that guy will leave us alone.
Oh, the dodge go through. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I knew you could do that, but sometimes I forget about that. So thanks, Blue. That's a good tip. I mean, I know you can dodge through people, but I hadn't really been doing that. So you're right for this class, because this is the first back attack class I've played. I need to use that more often. Yeah. You could probably see that in my gameplay that I fucked that up. So. I'm trying to see which abilities make me go over a target without using dodge. Like, this D might do it. Let's see. Not really, because that kind of knocks the enemy in the air. Like with for example, the Gunslinger has a really cool ability where you jump up over the enemy and land on the other side. I was kind of hoping this class would have something like that. But she does a lot of air juggling, which is not necessarily good for this class. I mean, it's good for combos, but it's not really good for positioning. Like that ability, it feels like you would almost, but it doesn't really jump over because it air juggles. It does seem like the spell batching works pretty well. he's gonna screw that up, isn't he? Thank you.
The leader of the grave robbers wrote, "We've located the object in Kolsch Valley."
Kolsch Valley, where the heck's that?
Let your guard down. Might even destroy the triport.
Okay. Just in the next zone. Just in the next zone. God, the interface too is really annoying. Sometimes it's hard to click the stupid windows and get them to shut correctly. For whatever reason.
Are you saying the grave robbers are looking for a piece of the tablet in Prideholme Cathedral?
I guess that's what I'm saying. Oops, screwed that up. Yeah, you saw there, I actually hit dodge blue while it was the midpoint of a combo, and after the combo finished, I dodged behind that beast there. So that's pretty cool that the batching works pretty well. So that's good.
I smell honey. Where's that coming from? I smell honey. Where's that coming from?
Stunned? I'm stunned! What level am I? Level 12.
You useless porters.
The ruins in Kolsch Forest are overrun with Toxiclaw robbers.
Oh, I screwed that up. when you kind of screw up an ability, it's really obvious. What I was trying to do was I was trying to play it like I was playing my Terror Warrior, where I was doing Righteous Fury, where I was like tapping once and then waiting like a split second before I did the second tap of the skill, which is this ability here, which is Spin Cutter. So you could hit A, and then you can click a different direction, hit A, but unfortunately, what's really sucks is they fucked this skill up. What they should have done was given you a little bit more time between hitting A again. That way you could have changed directions a lot more easy, and it would have made the skill feel a lot more useful and a lot more situational. Because you kind of have to tap it twice quick like I did there, and yeah, I really, I strongly disagree with how they implemented that skill. Yeah, they could have done a much better job with that one. And seeing that that's how they do the double tap, they probably do that for all the skills, which would suck. Still, just you can't beat the moving forward with the W key out of me. I'm still doing it sometimes. Like moving forward, W.
Adventurer.
I took some damage. I took some damage there.
Robbers are after the tablet piece? What do they want it for?
I took some damage. Damn. Book of the Priest. This book is a must-read for students of theology. Wow, the Book of the Priest. Let's see, we got 49 of these. Let's see, this is 668. Let's do this. And this is what? That's fine. Beat the toxic robbers.
You useless porters.
The Toxiclaw robbers have their hideout set up in some isolated place along the path.
I like doing the group stuff because it's more fun. You can certainly solo all this stuff, but if we do the hard mode and get a group, it's easier and we get easy loot, my friends. And it's fun. I like to do it in a group. See how well we can do damage-wise. Okay. You can see there's multiple Deathblades in this group.
I hope you've brought me some good news. For your sake.
Yes. The tablet piece. Here.
So this is the key to discovering the secret of the Ark. Is in that cathedral. Perhaps it's time I go on a holy pilgrimage of my own.
Damn. That boy spins! Boom. I got the demon killer's sword.
So many tablet hunters these days. You're too late. I already gave it to the demons.
Death by sausage. Look at this character's name.
Tablet piece.
Paladin. Death by
Home
sausage.
is in danger.
What the fuck?
We must hurry back.
Dead. Ooh. What happened to the rest of my group? I guess this part was solo, huh? Yeah, that was a wasted ability.
Thank you.
It would be so cool if they'd let us change the camera angle, like maybe halfway between this angle and this angle. Wouldn't that be nice? How hard would that be to add that to the game? It can't be that difficult. It's just a different distance with the camera, that's all. But it would look so cool.
Demons have invaded!
Yeah, chill. You're alright. Oh, wrong direction, girl. Damn it, I can't believe I went the wrong direction with that attack. What are these big things? Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Demons!
Farouk is still inside the cathedral. Thank you.
Demons have invaded.
Wrong button. Very spammy though, Blue. Just a lot, very spammy with the skills. There's not a whole lot of thought. If it's basically right now, it's kind of whack-a-mole. I mean, there are some rotations that kind of, sort of, maybe matter, but this class right now feels like a lot like just whack-a-mole. It's like whatever skills available, just hit the button. I mean, there are certain skills that seem like running them in a certain order seems like it would make sense, but. I'd like to see a lot more situation, a lot more thought going into these skills.
Thank you.
Am I still drunk?
I knew you'd come.
Oh, I didn't know I was going to come.
Cathedral, quickly. Father Varouche.
Did I miss? Yeah, very spammy. It doesn't have the good combat. Like combat is something like, and even something like World of Warcraft is almost like, because there's a little bit more. Not WoW. WoW's not a good example. Like Terra combat's better because there's more thought and more positioning, and
Nothing to say to a demon.
there's more thought going into what abilities you're using and when. This just was like whack-a-mole a lot.
Stay in this village for a couple.
It'll probably get better once you start getting into the builds, probably.
Tablet when the situation here becomes more stable.
You know, once we get into more builds, I'm sure that'll add more, hopefully more variety into and more decision making. You know, trying to make the character. You should make the player have to think about what skill to use when, and there should be reasons, like lots of different
I
reasons.
hope you slept well.
It shouldn't just be like, well, you know, I'd like to use Q if it's available. I'd prefer to use W after Q if it's available, but if it's not, I could use E. You know, it's just, that's kind of lame in my opinion. It's not really that intuitive. I mean, not intuitive, but it's not that it doesn't have a high demand on any kind of like decision making process. But again, it's early. I mean, all this could change based on different content and stuff like that. So
One more round.
This ain't enough to get me drunk.
This ain't enough to get me drunk. Come on, you can click this girl somehow. Jeez. Man, it's so hard to select her there.
The repairs are almost complete.
Thank you. You saved me. So, got any?
I'm not drunk. Alright.
Thank you for saving our village.
How do you like
Lovely
primal?
weather we're having today. The repairs were completed sooner than we.
Both tribulations and joy are part of the God's will.
I saved the village.
It says here that it...
Oh, really? It'll, even though I'm not targeting them, it'll still work? I can't change the interact, dude. Blue, you can't change interact. I wish I could, but it's locked.
If your destination is Udia, it will be a long journey across the borders.
You know, it says interact's locked. But yeah, that's good that you don't have to actually target the NPC. Oh, you haven't changed any keys yet? Well, for this class, actually for this class, the only keys I've changed are the auto move, which is the C key. I use C key now. And then these buttons here, I use numpad 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I use mouse button 5 for my mount. And that's about it. I think, man, Q, W, E, R, A, S, D, F. I don't know if those are the default. They probably are.
You useless porters.
Yeah, that's good.
Once you pass the rugged Akumo Mountains, you arrive at the wide-open salt plains.
Okay, I don't think I've gone here yet, have I? I'm assuming that's where they want me to go. Yeah, Log Hill. Yep. The linear progression of this game is incredibly predictable, which is a good thing, I guess. It's like, hey, you haven't gone this area yet. This is probably where the next quest is going to be. Honestly, this class is okay. It's it's all right. I don't know. It's okay. Cross the bridge. Look for someone in some mountain. The
plague. Be careful. Go see Priestess Garoa if you want safe passage.
I've never seen a plague this bad before. Aren't we getting
more moss wolves than usual?
You're from Brideholm, right? You're the adventurer Father Armin told me about.
It's like every time I play blue, it's like I almost at this point have to play a new class just to keep myself interested, because every time I play a class, after like an hour or two, I just start to get bored. I'm like... What I don't like about this class is I don't see any positional abilities, like, yet. You know, who knows, maybe... Like, the only ability I see that can actually move me to position for a back attack is the dodge key. Because all the other abilities, even though they may have movement, they're still locked animations, right? You're still... It's not like you can move mid... You know, mid-skill. So... But, yeah, you think it's part of it? Yeah, that could be part of it. But, like for example, if I want to move behind this enemy here, let's say I'm here and I want to move. I mean, I could do something like this, which moves me that direction, which is not bad. And that's probably where you're going to go, which is where the skill's going to come in. Like, yeah, that's where the skill's going to come in here, right? Is we're going to be using attacks like this, and you can see this is actually really cool. This is actually really cool. So this is very similar to Terra. Each ability has a cone of attack, whether it's like a cone in front of you. Let's see, do I have... I wish I had a really good drawing program. Where's my fucking here? Like, here, let's... So, like, with this character, you have these different abilities, and, you know, one ability may move you in this... Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. Just want a pencil. Thank you. One ability may move you in this direction, right? And you have another ability that'll... I mean, really, with this class, there's a lot of abilities that move you in, you know, in that direction, right? Where's the eraser? But the important thing that's going to be to learn with this class is, and I don't know if this class has it yet, but some attacks are probably going to have an attack like this, like a cone in front of you. So when you attack, your character moves forward, and any enemy represented by circles that are in this arc, this line arc, are going to get hit. Now, if you notice that last skill I did before I stopped playing, I don't know if you guys remember it, but it was I think it was the D skill. It moves my character forward, but she does like kind of a spinning attack in a circle, like this. Like her sword's kind of, she does like a 360 spin with her swords, but at the end of the directional movement, when she got here, she did, like, this was like a spinning attack, or maybe it wasn't even that, it was like a 4. But anyways, at the end, she did an attack where the area of effect of the attack was different. And so look, like, say this is the enemy, and I move like this. This is where I'm going to end up. Like, she didn't hit the person with the movement attacks. Like, they kind of swung in a very small area here. But when I got to the end, she did this huge arcing attack. And this arcing attack intersected with this character. So as I was moving forward, I didn't hit this character, this enemy. But when I got to the end of my movement, I did hit them. And these are the things that you're going to need to learn with this particular class. Is you're going to want to know at each point of each attack animation where your hit zone is. So if I move here, maybe this little rectangle represents the hitbox. Any enemy that's in these rectangles that collide with these rectangles, I'm going to hit. But then let's say at the end of this attack, I have a Conal Attack. And this, of course that's a little too far over here, but you get the idea. This is the Conal Attack, right? And anything that intersects with this huge area here, right? This huge area, anything that intersects with that's going to get hit. So you need to learn every one of these hitbox areas for every single attack that this Deathblade has. And then you need to use your movement abilities to move you to where you want to go, and while you're moving, still hit your enemy. This is where the skill is going to come in with this Deathblade character. Because you need to use your attack abilities to move you, because you don't have straight up, like, you only have one straight up move ability, which is your dodge. But outside of your dodge, you don't have anything like jump here or leap here. Like in Terra, you had certain abilities, like had leaping strike, which actually leaped you a long distance. So And the attack I was talking about was the D skill, the Dark Axle. There. See what I'm talking about? She moves forward and she does a spinning attack over her head. So she's going to hit stuff in front of her and probably behind her, but nothing to the left and to the right. But at the end of the attack, she did a huge swinging arc in front of her. So that's what you need to learn. Like, so, like if this rock, like this enemy here, watch if I move this direction with the D key. Here, let's do it from this direction. I probably won't hit the enemy until I finish with the final attack, right? There, you saw it there. You know, I'm not hitting him until I do the final attack. See if I can get to a safe spot. I don't know if I can. They can change the attack setup. Oh, that's interesting. So do you mean the attack setup? Do you mean like they change the ability? It's like the ability behaves differently? Yeah, so if that happens, that's going to be another layer of complexity. But as I see it right now, you need, because of this character revolves around doing more damage from back attacks, like way more damage, you need to use your character abilities to move you to where you want to go. And hopefully as you're moving, you're still making contact and hitting your enemy. But the goal is to get to where you want, to where you can get to behind the enemy. You know, so here. And the problem too is if you're hitting the enemy, there's all this juggling going on, and that can cause an issue. Like, now it's not going to happen on a boss because the boss isn't going to be juggling and flying up in the air. So, and these enemies are weak, so you know, trying to position yourself for back attacks on these enemies is probably not going to be very easy, because as you saw, as I was hitting them, they were flying up and getting knocked back. But if you're attacking a boss, I guarantee you he's probably not going to be getting knocked back. You've only seen the size increase on how you hit the key? Interesting. I'll have to watch some more videos on this class. But you saw, like, watch the animations. You can see where it even put something on the ground, which is interesting because of the windmill effect, or the wind. So, like, the Q skill here does a pretty good arc, right? You can see she's got these slashing arcs. So she's not going to hit an enemy completely behind her, whereas with this skill here, I might actually hit an enemy behind me when I do that. Let's see if I can test that out real quick. Let's say I'm standing here, and I attack with a D skill forward. No, I actually didn't, but I did. It looked like I might have almost clipped him at the very end. Yeah. So a skill's going to come in knowing which skills are going to move you in the right direction you want to go, while still allowing you to actually hopefully do damage and avoid getting hit. So I think there's a lot of skill to this class. It's just not, you don't see it right up unless you're like an experienced player who's played a lot of action MMOs. You may not understand that, you know. And I haven't played a lot of action MMOs. Most of my knowledge with what I'm talking about right now really comes from playing Terra, because Terra was that way. Terra, the warrior class of Terra, was very much that way. So. Like even that ability there, that A skill, the spin cutter, you know, we don't have to even be facing our target and we can still hit him with spin cutter. So like watch, I'll like be here moving to my right and I should still, oh no, maybe not. I did jump forward. There is an initial kind of quick 2 steps forward. So you'd have to be like maybe here, and then if I moved this direction, I'd probably still hit these guys. Let's try it out. Yeah, see, I still hit him. But notice how it launched this guy, like, with me. It, like, brought him along with me. But yeah, there's a lot of movement there. The D skill here, the Dark Axle, has got a lot of great movement to it. You know, like if I wanted to position myself behind this enemy here, I could use the D skill to do it. Although if I hit him, it kind of screws it up, but that skill doesn't have any movement to it, really. A has good movement. You can see A has great movement. So A and D are going to be good for movement. Let's see what else. Q's got a little bit of movement. W's not going to be good. And E's not going to be good. So really, Q, A, and D are your main skills really for kind of moving around. Like Q, A. You can see how much ground I covered right there using those skills. Yeah. Oh, Andrew, it's tough, man. The isometric view is tough. And I think you have to try to focus on parts of the game that can distract you from the fact that the isometric is such shit, you know? It's really tough for me because I'm an MMO player, hardcore MMO player, and open world MMOs, you know what I mean? Oh, just I want to see how far I could reach. Not quite that far. Not quite that far. So, how can we like get behind our enemies? Let's try Q, A, D. Pretty good movement.
Aren't we getting a bit too close to the center?
I hit the wrong key. Hit the wrong key! If you combination, so Q, A, D, and your spacebar. Q, A, D, and sprint, or dodge, whatever. These are the ones that move us around. So let's try this. Let's try Q, dodge, D, A. You can see pretty good movement. Gonna have to get some muscle memory. We're gonna have to get used to using these keys. Yeah, Deathblade's cool when you take into account and try to really figure out how to move your character around. I think it's really cool, and it feels good. Initially, I didn't like it. I thought it felt like whack-a-mole, but then I realized I've got to start thinking about the arcs and the cone of attacks and my combat and the hitboxes that I have and where they're going to land while I'm moving, and you know, how I'm going to work in my back attacks. And once you start adding all that into it, I think it becomes actually really good and really interesting. Yeah, you can. You can definitely. I've seen people fishing. I've actually picked up herbs myself. I don't know why I was able to be honest. I screwed that up. But yeah, you can. It's actually not bad. I haven't done any of like the gathering or anything like that, you know.
It's where the patients are. This place is too dangerous.
We need more talismans.
I like it. I like it. I gotta say, this the more I play this class, the more I like it. I think it has a lot of I think it has a lot of potential. I think the blade has a lot of potential for PvP and PvE. And again, it always that's the way it is with me with classes. I have a lot of times my first impression with class is, oh, it sucks, and then I'll keep playing, I'll keep monkeying around with it, and I'll either remember something or I'll think of something, and that's just the way I am with games in general, though. Actually, I always tend to be very critical of my opinions initially, but I don't take that as like my final opinion. I always keep playing and keep trying to see what else I can do, you know. And a lot of times my opinions will completely change. So. I hit all the wrong keys there. All the wrong keys. It was hitting all the wrong keys. Oh my god. That was so bad. I tell you one thing, the spin cutter, you have to be very quick with your second tap. I mean, like really quick. You cannot mess around. You have to know before you even hit the first tap. You have to know where you're going to go with your second tap. What was it? QAD, right? Very cool class. Pretty impressed with this class actually.
It's worse than I thought. The springs in the area are contaminated.
Alright, guys, I think I'm going to take a little break, get something to eat. I haven't eaten today, and I'm hungry. I don't know how long I'll be gone. If I may hang out with the wife a bit, watch a movie or something. But, yeah, I've played the Bard, I've played the Gunslinger, and I've played this class. Those are the 3 classes I've played primarily, and out of the 3, I'm enjoying this class the most already. I think the Blade is more fun than the Bard, and it's more fun than the Gunslinger. The Gunslinger is cool, but I just feel like the Gunslinger, since it doesn't have the positional requirement of having to hit from behind, you lose out on... I mean, there is a little bit of skill with the Gunslinger as far as just weapon swapping, but I don't think it... To me, I feel like this class takes more skill because of the fact that you need to understand the mechanics of each of your abilities and where they're landing on the hitbox, where their hitboxes are actually going to hit people, and where the movement's going to take you, and how you can use that to your advantage. So, hope you guys are having a good Sunday, and thanks for stopping by. And I will be back probably within an hour or 2 to keep playing this class and leveling her up. She's currently level 15, and we will keep going. I think, what was the next class? I actually got a listing of skills. Dark Angel, we want to grab, let's see, Dark Axle. We want to grab this ability, Corkscrew. And so let's see if we have enough points to get there. We do. We're going to grab Corkscrew. And I was using the lost-arc.maxroll.gg build guides that Blue had mentioned because I wasn't familiar with Maxroll. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of use one of the guides off, one of the builds off of there. You guys can check out that website. It looks pretty good, and I'll do some more reading on that when I'm AFK. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday again, and I will talk to you later, man. Peace out. Keep on gaming. I want to say stupid stuff and sound like a dumb streamer. Keep on gaming, man. I'm not going to say that. I need some sort of a gay outro. How about, just fuck you guys. Catch you later, man. Peace out.